Welcome back to Pops and Pylons. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV. We're playing as Finland. We're going for Crossing the Finnish Line. We have to make a beeline down to the Cape. And we finally started generating something that looks like a beeline a little bit. By eating a bunch of Muscovite land with some weird little connections here. But surely that's okay. We have too few rivals. And I really don't want to pick any of these folks as a rival right now. Yes, we should probably rival the Commonwealth at some point. It's true. But they have been useful. I would like to make more use of them before we throw them away. So, I don't know. Eating up our Muscovite subject, Novgorodian subject, probably barely in time to fulfill our mission. We're over our limit until then. Because we vassalized Georgia, which we should really be talking into liking us a little more. The reason I vassalized Georgia here was that they have a bunch of cores. And if and when we make our way down here, or if we somehow end up in a war with the Ottoman anyway, we can feed Georgia a bunch of their cores. That seems nice. Ottoman still loves us, so I'm kind of tempted to potentially possibly ally them. This is fine. Rjev is... Wait. Oh, they said a Novgorod claim. Why did I not give it to them? I really don't want to give it over now. Novgorod. Liberty desire is none. It's ours by right. You won't exist for much longer anyway. I certainly meant to give that to Novgorod if it had a Novgorodian claim on it. I just screwed that up. Georgian peasants. Well, ain't that a shame, Georgia? We just have to deal with those folks. Whatever happens when peasants succeed? 20 local autonomy in every own province. I mean, it's only 2 provinces. This land I don't care much about either. Anyway, I think we're fine there. Where's my army? Here. Clear these folks out of Akershus. We don't like them. Yes, please do take care of Volka. Teroplom. In the middle of the engagement with enemy troops. No, not my good boy. That was my highly super valuable, really good guy. It's not nice. And all for some Norwegian freaking rebels? No, this guy gets shock damage received -10, but the other guy could have used it. This does not make me particularly happy. Speaking of happy, let's put some boots on these folks so they're happy. I mean, that's what pleases them. Who am I to judge? Okay, we took resistance over reformation here, so we can now finally take something nice. And I think that's either the ship trade power propagation or it's the war score cost. Everything from now on will be other religions, so it's not bad. Well, except we, maybe Lübeck or something, but even they are another religion, I guess. But we are... It's going to be a while until we go fight the Russians again. Let's just straight up cash money. Speaking of, how's this looking? It's quite tempting to move over to Lübeck, especially if we upgrade these centers of trade. It's probably very soon. Time very soon, I'm trying to say. Speaking of, should I be focusing on Diplo? May seem weird. But with all the annexation going on, I think that's the best bet right now. Probably gonna relent? No. Regret, that's the word. Regret that before long. I can say 15 years when I want to swap to something useful and can't. But right now it's gonna balance out our monopoint income and make it slightly less annoying with all the development. Slightly. Yes, England taking Mali's seat. And no, you don't get my ducats Commonwealth, but could I have something from you? We could. We had a guy. What are we doing? We're talking to Georgia. We've talked to the Austrians for long enough. Now, I wouldn't hate soldiers. Kind of not a lot of ducats there. We have a lot of favors though. Soldiers? Yeah. Let's grab soldiers. I can't also do the other one, right? Or can I do ducats too? Actually, maybe I can. Oh, and I get capped on admin. Kind of feels like we're gonna have to consider. I guess we have Ostrov. But soon enough, we're gonna have to consider going into a place where we currently have the other edict going. And that is slightly scary. So we might get filth into our country. Major alliance to Russia again? Didn't they have that already? Tropical wood getting more expensive. Good for Orissa. I doubt that that's a reference that tons of people will get. But I like it. It's not insanely tough if you know your EU4, I suppose. But it's kind of out there. Russian separatists. I mean, we expected those, didn't we? 11,000 in Rozhev, probably. Because that's 13, was is 8, and what was the other one? What's the last one? Bzhetsk. Yeah, so they're gonna be in Rozhev. So I guess we place 24th Army there. Kinda considering rolling another general. Because you have all that mill. I really hate having all these garbage generals around. It's weird to roll while we're really at peace. But see, worthwhile. Good boy. What a good boy. Almost Russian levels of good. And that 3 siege is actually very, very valuable. Ooh, we died. But we do have the Great Heiress. So not too shabby in that regard either. And Norway immediately wants to marry, which is fine by me. The question is who should be the marrier. 24, 36, yep. I'll marry you. We should definitely consider marrying the other folks too, yeah. How old are you, Mr. Conrad? 60, so no, you I will offer the marriage of my own. Royal marriage. And what about the Austrian? They're 21, so we can let them offer. In Georgia? 23, so we want them to offer as well. No, we just did do. Oh, what about Novgorod? Oh, we are married. Okay. Oka is the fort over here. Now we did just complete the St. Olaf's Tower mission, but we're supposed to wait until we also build the fort in Åland, which is very soon. Just not quite now. Because then we get that extra bonus, which is not huge. But it exists. Theologian down. Not great, but okay. How are we doing on inflation? It's not a thing. Plus we have the economic theory, apparently. Am I supposed to pick up Arvo Tapani here? Because he's a missionary strength person. We're swimming in admin anyway. I don't love it. But I guess it's a thing. It's a whole thing. At least we get to start coring things. Get another state. Yaroslav. Oh, we can core it because it's through our subject. Yes. I was surprised there for a second that we could even core Brzezinsk. But it's a subject on the same continent. I think that's the rule. So we can core through it. Åland, are you done with your thing? I think you are. Yes. Let's go pick up St. Olaf's Tower then. We also want to pick up Turku Academy. Yeah, sure, we're gonna make Our Lady a scholar. That seems reasonable. Pretty good, pretty good. Baltic Empire still has that eating into the Commonwealth issue. Which really we would mostly do because it's kind of nice to complete our missions. Trade power never, shipyard building, marketplace, easy. What about the White Death? Defend of the Faith, Unity, Large Army, Stab. Kind of want to do that so we can form Scandinavia. I have not checked, at least not in a while, checked these Scandinavian ideas. But usually the large formables have pretty good ideas. So I guess I like the idea of it. Man. Certainly feel that it's Friday. And the quality of what I'm saying around here. I was about to say it's not Friday for you. I don't actually know that. I mean, obviously I don't know because I never know when you folks watch my videos. But even if you've watched this on release, I've been recording quite a few videos ahead of time. For what I think is good reason. Speaking of ahead of time. Must have been some other tech that was super ahead of time earlier. And not mill. Must have been like admin, right? Because now I still have until next year, question mark, to do this. Yeah, to the 1st of January next year. And then we're only 4 years ahead, which is an acceptable number. We're already at 8 innovativeness. I think the time of taking ahead of time things just for the innovativeness is over. I think we're innovative enough to not worry about that anymore. And yes, even if it means spending a lot of monarch points on development in some places. Okay, next is going to be the Odievians in Oka or the Orthodox folks in Kaluga. I hope it's not going to be the Danish or the Swedish. Go to Oka. Yeah, I should probably go to Kaluga actually. Why do we have Danish and Swedish folks? Oh, because you're not on suppression. There you go. The reason I'm sitting in Kaluga instead of Oka is if they spawn in the fort, then we can just march on there and get the defensive bonus anyway. That's gonna be fine then. What about the League War though? Anything will grant change around here. Don't think anybody relevant joined this side since we last checked, nor this side, Venice. Oh, they do still have decent land actually. They carved quite a bit into Italy. Oh. Wouldn't hate for that thing to fire, I guess, while the big powers are on the right side. I forget what the draw outcome is. Does the Emperor automatically win? Or does it have like some third option of mutual acceptance or whatever? Disgusting thing you might say. Kind of feel like the Emperor wins per default, but I'm not sure. Obviously. Developing things, more of that. Oh, it's never again. Yes, never again. You. So there. Probably start fabricating on the Russians again. I don't think you inherit claims, do you? When you integrate a subject? That doesn't feel like what's gonna happen. So there's probably no real point in telling these folks to fabricate more claims, because they're about to get eaten. In... wait, September 76? This got worse, didn't it? That's a bad date. I think. This is... where is it? Where's the expire? Down there. Yeah, it's November 76. It's not technically a bad date. It's just very, very close to being one. What if we grabbed... I think I kind of want to grab somebody like Otso here instead then. Speed that up. Sure, we lose out on improved relations, and I like having improved relations when I have AE still kind of going rampant. I'm probably going to have to do a day off war against Muscovy. So the day the more truce ends should probably be the day we declare war again in 76, fittingly enough. Because otherwise we might see a coalition form that includes the Russian. And we don't like those. Candidates' policies upset the nobles. I don't want to lose a cardinal. We're probably gonna have some regiments in Tavastland. In the middle of our country, no. Let's get moving. How are the other rebels looking? Odoyevians and Oka and Orthodox are both very, very slow. So we probably have a decent chance of... it's probably very reasonable to move our good general over here for the rebel fight, for this rebel fight. And then have him back for the other one later. Okay, I was afraid for a second here that we brought a stack that was a lot of cannons. So I didn't actually pay attention to that. But it wasn't, and we didn't. And therefore, we crushed the rebels. For the scum that they are. Cool. Another core. And things are looking fine. The cardinal, like it. Now, do we want to go... or do we want to have another go at Lübeck? And the answer is probably at some point yes, right? Because I want to connect up the land, I want to control more of the Baltic, of the Lübeck trade node. That's enough reasons, I think. Aggressive expansion is still a big deal, so it's gonna be a moment. I really don't know what we did this run that puts us so insanely high on the all monarch points this early on. It's very crazy. It's crazy to the point that I feel like it's not even that bad that we're gonna drop down out of power projection level here sometime soon. Not that I want to be. Oh, England. Hello. Be my rival, please. Stat. It's gonna help with the, well, with the drop down. It's gonna give us points for having a rival, and we're gonna be able to embargo them. And if we ever have a free diplomat, and we once we eclipse them again, which we probably will soon, we're gonna get another bunch of points. I'm just going to tide us over another moment or two. Okay. Yeah. Let's take another stability. Why the heck not? You. Probably a claim on Muscovy, is it? As in Moscow. There you go. It should really be mine. It's not particularly conducive to our southern trek. But I mean, we can't just not take Moscow, can we? That seems unreasonable. Speaking of unreasonable, with these Georgian cores on Imereti, we should certainly consider a war down there, or just eating them when we declare on Russia. It's not going to be a reconquest then, but yeah, that's also fine. Obviously would love to do it in a quick little individual reconquest rather than as part of a larger peace deal with the Russians. But I don't know how I stop Imereti from joining the war. I'm not really seeing grand options there. This, though, it's starting to annoy me. Okay, I think we go here. We're gonna have you have an edict for a while, which might be a problem. You might find yourself getting converted, but if not, we're gonna have made some use of our points here. Go. And then ideally I remember next year to turn that off, turn it back into the weird edict. Oh, you slandered the name of my good merchants. The good name of my merchants. Either one. Same difference. All my merchants are good merchants. They all have good names only, so obviously. This again. Okay, numbers here are stable. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sales of trade we could increase. I think it's kind of time. Let's find out, right? Let's go ahead and find out. We're making 30.85 ducats a month from trade. Let's have another tick happen. Same number, okay. 30.85. Now we're going to go and move our trade capital to, say, Shelland. 30.85, is that? Yeah. Trading port in Shelland. Spain. And then our boats are going to protect trade in Lübeck. And then we're going to have to switch this person here to transfer trade. Minimum we should do. And now we're making 45 ducats. Okay, that's a 30%, 50% increase already. That is very nice. We didn't even do any of the things I was talking about, like building up these centers of trade, which we should definitely be doing. So let's get all these. What's the idea group that gives reduced center of trade upgrade cost? I'm not saying I want it. I don't think I should want it. Well, I mean, clearly having the effect would be nice, but I don't think it's worth taking the group. It's just like a 20% discount or something. But I feel like I used to have that, and I haven't had that in a while. So it must be one I used to like and don't anymore, I suppose. Norway. You're actually somewhat rebellious. If I were to make you divert trade, you'd actually not love it. Why are you this rebellious? Relative army power of all vassals. Yeah, I mean, I guess. It's gonna reduce a lot when we have eaten up the Novgorodians. How much did this do? Give us another 2 or so ducats. It's gonna take a moment to make the 1,000 ducats we just spent back. But hey, it's also money we're stealing from our neighbors, so it's kind of neat. Tier 8, legitimation of power. Machiavellianism reign. I mean, how could we not? Max absolutism, stab hit to declare war reduction. Okay, we don't really need that right now. The 6 freedoms? No, the 6 colors of the Republic? 6 skins? National unrest reduction, years of separatism reduction, which I always love. Corruption reduction, promoted cultures, expand administration cost. Which ones expand administration? Is that you? Yeah. Wait, it gets free? Oh no. Well, it's additive. So yes, it gets minus 100%. But every time we use it, it gets 20% more expensive again. It just allows us to click the button a bunch of times to get a lot of, well, a bunch of extra governing thingy-mob. Parliament bribe cost reduction by 50. That's funny. If we had the parliament, and all that, yeah. Okay, and you? Liberty desire minus 10, harsh treatment minus 33. Yeah. It has applications in the age of absolutism, because harsh treatment can be very good there. Heretic and heathen provinces do not give any penalties. And the estate privilege and forced interfaith dialogue no longer decrease clergy loyalty nor max absolutism. Which one is enforced interfaith dialogue? Is it the clergy one? It sounds like a clergy one, but then again, forced unity of faith, that's not it. If it gives negative clergy loyalty, it might be. Yeah, that is. It's a burger one. Tolerance, no clergy loyalty loss, no ups. So it's just a positive one then. That's kind of neat. Doesn't seem like it does taunts anymore, right? Because it turns off the heathen and heretic penalties anyway. Is that correct? Heretic and heathen provinces do not give any penalties. Or but it might not actually mean the unrest thing. So this gives us the estate privilege for quote-unquote free. This is going to do something later. Right now it doesn't really do much at all. This gives us free corruption reduction and a couple of clicks of that button, I suppose. Corruption is... and we're actually paying for rooting out. So that's not nothing. Years of Scepters is very tempting to me. Although we have a big enough army to deal with the rebels, so it's not that bad. I don't think we want you. It's either the 6 uniforms of the Republic? Whatever. The 6 somethings. Or I guess it's you? Social contract boy? I'm pretty good at converting though. At the moment. Yeah, I think I don't want that guy right now. Corruption. No, let's go with the 6 livers. Yes, the 6 livers. It would be useful to have 6 livers, right? I could just keep drinking alcohol all day. Not that this is alcohol, right? Is just every male ruler in Finland called Eerikki? That kind of seems to be the deal. Not a bad one, though. 13 points? I certainly will accept that. I also certainly will put a cut in here again. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy what you're seeing, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and if you have anything at all to say, then you could do far worse than doing so down there in that comment section. Thank you for watching. See you folks next time.